Hi guys, Emma here at The Vlog Lady, and today I'm going to be doing another Stranger Things video. Again, I'm wearing a 1980s genuine shirt, just for the theme of it. And today I'm going to be thinking about season 3 and looking at some of the theories that would be really shocking if they came true. So there are lots of theories out there right now about what could possibly happen in season 3. Fans have pored over every detail of the trailer, and the Duffer Brothers have also released a teaser poster and a teaser video, which may or may not be full of clues. Here are my top theories about what is going to happen. So number 1, I'm going to start with the big one. A major character might die, and in particular I'm going with Mike. Why do I think Mike dies? Well, firstly, Finn Wolfhard is one of the cast members who's been in big demand since the beginning of Stranger Things. And it is known that he has just signed up to another movie. Although several of the kids have been working both on Stranger Things and on individual movie projects, I do think that Finn Wolfhard is in top demand in Hollywood right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he had requested to leave the show early or possibly have a reduced workload on Stranger Things. We have to remember that we are in season 3 now of Stranger Things. We've had minor character deaths, we've had major characters who have been supposed dead who have come back. However, we have never had that huge shock factor of a main character dying. Why would the Duffer Brothers choose to kill Mike at this stage, and could they possibly do it? I think so. Look at the trailer, look how close Eleven and Mike are. They have been extremely vocal about their love for each other in past seasons, and in the trailer we can see them together cuddling, hugging, touching, holding hands. Well, I think Mike's death would have the greatest effect on all of the other kids, and especially Eleven, who is the lead character. She is a volatile girl, as we've seen from her interactions with Hopper when she was frustrated, and imagine what impact Mike's death would have on Elle. Would she completely lose it, or would it give her the power to finally defeat the Demagogue and the Mind Flayer, whatever you want to call it, the monster, the Upside Down? I just think that a lot of the time writers do this thing where they will put couples together and they'll reveal to audiences a period of bliss. And from what we've seen in the trailer, I get a sense of that with Mike and Elle, and I don't know if it's leading up to a terrible ending. One scene in the trailer does make me think that Mike dies, and it's this scene with Will where he's looking at a picture of his friends. Will looks devastated in this picture. It is clearly raining. He has gone out in the rain. He is cold, he is wet, he is upset, and he's looking at a picture of his friends. Now, initially I didn't think that this meant much. I thought it was something to do with Will's personal journey, but equally it could be because he has lost one of his friends. And since he is looking at a picture of all of the boys, it suggests that it is only one of the 3 other boys who is likely to have been killed at this stage. Now, there is another moment in the trailer where all of the kids and the teenagers are together in the mall, and this appears to be an end scene. It appears to be a moment when they have defeated everything, when they have won the war. But how do we know that this is the ending? We don't. And we are heading into a 4th season, and we need to have some kind of hook. We need a dramatic ending. We need to get to that next stage, wherever that might be, and at the moment I can't imagine where that might be. I feel that ultimately has to go somewhere, and I can't think of a better plot twist than the death of a lead character. The death of Mike also is connected to my number 2 theory, and that is regarding Billy. In the trailer we see Billy in the shower, and his arm is clearly infected with the Upside Down. I suspect that Billy may be the next form of the Upside Down, a demi-human if you like. I think that Billy may be the first one to be infected, And I think from the titles that we've been given for each episodes and the scenes that we get from the trailers, that the source of the infection may be the water. If the Upside Down has somehow leaked into the water system, the scene with Billy at the poolside takes on a very disturbing aspect. Another aspect of this theory is that Billy is very sexually active. Now, in the 1980s, we did have the AIDS epidemic, and whilst I'm not saying that the show is trying to emulate that as a topic, as a subject, I do think that the show echoes things that were happening at that time period. I think that Billy's upside down infection may be something that could be passed on through sexual contact. Of course, Billy seems to be very active with the ladies, and in particular, he is very interested in Mike's mom. I feel this could link in with Mike's death theory, because if Mike found out anything about his mother and Billy being connected, or perhaps he protects his mother against Billy, or Billy tries to get Mike out of the way, I think that they could be closely connected. Again, with the AIDS epidemic, it wasn't just sexual contact that spread the disease, but it was also blood transfusions. And in a sense, I think that the upside down infection in Stranger Things may also be passed on through contact with the water systems. One episode is called The Source, another is called The Bite, and there are a lot of references to rats on the poster. Rats, of course, infest sewers where there is a lot of water, so perhaps they are the first creatures to be infected by the upside down. Theory number 3 is that the Russians are coming. Now, if you were alive in the 1980s, you will know that there was so much tension between the USA and the Soviet Union, and that was a palpable thing, even for kids. I, particularly myself, was very interested in the story of Samantha Smith. She was a little kid who wrote a letter to Yuri Andropov, asking him if he was going to bomb her country, basically, and she got invited to go to Russia, and I wouldn't say that she helped in any way to thaw the tensions between the countries, but she did highlight the fact that in the political wars and the standoffs between politicians and armies, there were real people, real communities with real voices who were frightened, who did not want war between the USA and Russia. The idea that there were Russian spies infiltrating America in the 1980s was rife, and I think that this may be happening in Stranger Things Season 3. I think that perhaps the mayor of the town may be a Russian spy. In the Duffer Brothers teaser video, there is a coded message in which we see the number 11 written in Russian. I think it's pretty obvious that if any foreign faction found out about El's powers, then they would move in on that. They would possibly try and find out how that was done. They would possibly try and take El, and they would probably do so covertly and under the cover of another identity. The idea that the mayor may be a Russian spy may be a little far-fetched, since that role would bring him into public attention, which is the last thing he would probably need. However, it also might be a case of hiding in plain sight. Regardless of which, I do think we are going to see a double threat in Season 3. We are not only going to be facing the threat of the Upside Down and the creatures therein, but we are also going to be getting the threat of the Russians. To have someone like El at the disposal of a country for political advancement would be obviously a great advantage. Thanks so much for watching today, guys, and you can leave a comment below to tell me what you think, or tell me your theories about Season 3 of Stranger Things. You can also subscribe to my channel or follow me on Twitter at TheVlogLady. That's all. Bye!